here are all the upcoming bombs for 2024 because I was just curious just to see just the calendar, just what's going to come out film wise, and stumbled upon a few budgets, and well, yeah, 2024 is looking a little bleak. So here we go. So first out the gate, Dune Part 2, not doing well despite what media is saying about it. Has to rack up like 500 million to be considered a success, and so far has made like 380. So yeah, so I would not count that as a success. Going into its third week, it's still gonna be dropping off. So yeah, I doubt that it's gonna be doing well. So or that it's gonna make its money back, but here's all the other pending flops for 2024. So, first one up, The Fall Guy, which has a budget of 125 million. So yeah, so that's definitely gonna bomb, because I mean, really, who's gonna go out and see that? Um, and then next one up, Furiosa, the next Mad Max film, the one that everyone seems to not be loving online, has a fair budget of 230 million. So yeah, what they think they're the next fucking Avatar or something like that? Yeah, no, that shit's gonna fucking bomb. Yeah, no, no way. Um, tiny, sliver of optimism for that, but highly doubt it. Um, Horizon, an American saga. This has a low budget. It has two movies coming out back to back. So one in June, one in August. So they both for 50 million, but in total it's basically $100 million investment. So they have to make like 300 million in order to break to be considered a success. I doubt it, just because these movies are gonna be probably fucking long, and who's gonna want to go out and watch a western in the summertime? I mean, come on. Like that's some shit you put out in like November. You don't put that shit out in the fucking summer? So, I don't know. I doubt that that's gonna do well. So, and following into the summer as well, we have Twisters, which supposedly has a budget of 200 million. As I said before, who the fuck wanted a sequel to Twister? Um, some absurd film from the 90s, trying to cash in on the Independence Day thing. Um, so yeah, that's gonna fucking bomb. Um, and then following that, Craven the Hunter, which supposedly has a budget of 115 million. Uh, I mean, did you see Madam Web? This is gonna be pretty much the same fucking thing. It's not gonna do well. Following that, we have Joker 2, which could have done really well if they had a budget that was extremely less. Because the last film was like what, 60 million. This one is 200 million. So it's like quadrupled in fucking budget size. So has to make 1 billion to be considered a success. Highly doubt it, considering just the landscape, just how people are responding to going to the theater. So highly doubt that. Um, and next one up, we have Venom 3, which is 110 million. Uh, doubt it. I doubt it, just because each film has made less and less return, so I doubt it. And just with the whole fatigue going on with superheroes, highly doubt it. I mean, again, similar to Furiosa and to an extent Joker, a sliver of optimism, potentially, maybe, depending on how it's received at the time, but I have my doubts. Um, what I don't have doubts on is the next one, Gladiator 2, which supposedly has a budget of like almost like 300 million, but I'm gonna meet in the middle. I'm gonna say like 275, because like there was like other estimates to like 250 or something less than that. But still, we're talking about something over $200 million to a sequel to a film that people like, but they don't love. They're not huge on fucking Gladiator, like they're not. And not that fucking huge on it. I mean, Jesus Christ. So, yeah, that's the fault of management and of the fucking production on that one. But yeah, that's gonna fucking bomb. Gonna be a huge bomb. I think that's Warner Brothers. Um, so Yeah, I mean Warner Brothers generally is on this list, and they're not looking to have a good year. But and to finish off the year, Wicked, which is gonna be 145 million as its budget supposedly. Um, Now I just got all this stuff from the internet, mainly from Wikipedia, so these could be just wrong, but usually they have merit to them. Um, I'm not sure just where that information is like coming from. I know that the Furiosa one was like that was guaranteed just because of certain states, like California granting them like a certain amount of money, like a certain tax, something. I forget what it was, um, but uh, but yeah, I was just stumbling around, just curious to see what was coming out next month because I was just thinking about it. I was like, I don't think anything big's coming out next month, and there really isn't. And then I decided to look a little further, and I just found all these budgets attached to all these movies, and ugh, yeah, it's gonna be another grim year for a lot of these studios, specifically Warner Brothers, because they got a lot of films on this list: Furiosa, Horizon, Joker, Gladiator. Yeah, man, Dune also. Yeah, man, they're gonna have a rough year. Universal looks like it's gonna be having a rough year too with The Fall Guy and Wicked. So and Twister, I believe that's also them as well. So um, and Sony. I mean, Sony's already having a rough year with Madam Web and gonna be with these other movies. So yeah, not looking too great. Not looking too great.